Hello, in this video we are going to cover the debt avalanche method. So the debt avalanche method basically states that you pay off your debts that have the highest interest rate first. So there's four main steps. Let's list them out first. I also recommend that you check out the other video that I did on the debt snowball method, which is a contrasting method to this, and it's another one people use to pay off debt. So step one is to list your debt from largest to smallest in terms of interest rate. So regardless of the terms of interest rate, regardless of the actual principal to be paid. Okay, step two is to make minimum payments. Make minimum payments on all your debts except the largest. The largest meaning the largest interest rate. Except the largest. Step three is to pay as much as possible on your largest interest rate debt. Largest. I'll put interest rate debt here as well to avoid confusion. Interest rate debt. Step four, repeat, and just rinse and repeat this method. Repeat until each debt is paid in full. So let's go over it. You list all your debts from largest to smallest in terms of interest rate, regardless of how much money you have to in total pay off. You list it from interest rate. You pay down the minimum payments on every single loan, so that way you're not actually getting any extra fees or charges for not paying. You don't want to do that. That's like one of the worst things you can do. And then you pay as much as possible on the largest interest rate debt and repeat until each debt is paid in full. So let me, cover this with an example. So if I have D1, which is debt 1, and let's say this is £10,000. This has an interest rate of 5%. Debt 2, so this is £4,000. This has an interest rate of 1%. Debt 3, so this is 20. Let me redo this. This is £25,000, and this has an interest rate of 2%. And then we have debt 4, which is £1,000. Yeah, £1,000 fine. And then let's say this has an interest rate of 20%. So using this method, what you would do is say this is the largest, this is the second largest, and this is the third largest, and this is the fourth largest. So if we was to reorder this, we would get debt 4 first, which is £1,000 in total with 20% interest rate. We have debt 1 next, £10,000 with 5% interest rate. Debt 3, £25,000 with 2% interest rate. Debt 2, £4,000 with 1% interest rate. So let's say each one of these has a minimum payment per month of £100. £100. And I'm assuming none of these are a mortgage or anything, unless let's say you rent, so you don't have a loan on that. And then what you have, let's say you make 2,000 after taxes, that is £2,000 a month, and every month you have expenses of £1,000. These are expenses you can't go around. So you've trimmed the fat. You're not doing any Netflix subscription. You're not going out to the cinema or nothing like that. It's a very hard pill for people to swallow, but this is what has to be done. You have £1,000 left over. So you would take away all of these payments, all these minimum monthly payments, because again, you don't want to get charged for not paying. So 100, 100, 100, and 100, which leaves you with a grand total of £600. Most people would start essentially spending this money. That's not what you're going to do with the debt avalanche method. You're going to use this and start paying down your highest interest rate loan. So which is this one right here. So £600 you will pay down, and then after 2 months this would be done. So after 2 months this will be done, and then you would roll this monthly payment into that, so that would become 700 now, and then you would start paying off this loan, which has the 5% interest rate, and after about a year that'll be that one done, and then you would do this one. So take a fair bit longer, probably 2.5 years, and then you just do this one. So after probably 5-6 years you'll get it all done. So that's the debt avalanche method. Like I said, highly recommend you check out the debt snowball method video, because a lot of people will say one is better than the other. Debt avalanche method is generally considered better in terms of financially speaking. It'll probably leave you in a better financial position, but it is a harder pill to swallow psychologically. The debt snowball method psychologically is easier because you start with the smallest debts first instead of the largest interest rates. So it's a slightly different method. If you have any questions, feel free to post in the Discord group. There'll be a link in the description. On the Discord group, there's finance channels, will help you, and as usual, I look forward to seeing you in the next video.